The next 60 seconds could completely change the way you look at the loose change hiding in America. Because somewhere right now, a coin that looks ordinary, feels ordinary, and passes through ordinary hands every single day is silently commanding six-figure power inside today's auction market. This isn't history class. This isn't theory. And this is absolutely not fiction. What you're about to see are 4 United States. Commemorative state quarters so rare, so overlooked, and so aggressively hunted by elite collectors that when one appears, the room changes. Voices drop, bidding slows, and the air gets heavy because everyone knows what's at stake. These coins weren't meant to be treasures. They were meant to be spent. Yet today, they are being protected like vault assets. In this video, we uncovered hidden wealth the market can no longer ignore. Coins that are rising in value day by day right now as you watch this. And coin number 1, the moment its true story is revealed, you will never look at a state quarter the same way again. Stay with me, because if you have ever held one of these, you are holding far more than money. Welcome to US MintX, where America's rarest coins finally tell their truth. Coin number 1, the Rhode Island 1790 state quarter released in 2001 was never designed to shake the auction world. It was meant to celebrate a moment in American history, the year Rhode Island became the 13th and final colony to ratify the Constitution. But sometimes history hides power in plain sight, and sometimes the most dangerous treasures are the ones nobody suspects. This coin carries the quiet confidence of Rhode Island itself, small in size, massive in significance. The design features the iconic Claiborne-Pell Newport Bridge stretching across the reverse, a symbol of connection, strength, and permanence. It is not flashy. It does not scream rarity. And that is exactly why it slipped through the cracks until now. Struck at the Denver Mint, identified by the unmistakable D-Mint mark, this particular quarter emerged during a time when production speed mattered more than perfection. Millions were produced, yes, but only a microscopic fraction survived with the precise characteristics, strike quality, and preservation level that today's elite collectors demand. Extra fine condition is where this coin transforms from common history into controlled scarcity. The composition tells its own story. A copper core, layered with a nickel outer coating, engineered for circulation, not preservation. And yet, this coin defied its destiny. Instead of erosion, instead of damage, instead of loss, it endured. Every ridge remains confident. Every letter still speaks. Washington's profile holds authority. The bridge lines remain sharp, deliberate, and alive. What makes this Rhode Island quarter truly dangerous to underestimate are its unique features. The Denver Mint strike on this issue produced subtle but critical variances, microscopic alignment characteristics, depth precision in the bridge cables, and field clarity that separate high-value examples from the forgettable majority. Collectors hunt for these exact markers with relentless focus because once you see them, you cannot unsee them. Then there is the condition barrier. Extra fine is not casual survival. It requires controlled handling, minimal circulation trauma, and a near-perfect preservation timeline. Coins like this were not saved intentionally. They survived accidentally. And accidental survivors are the most valuable of all. Rarity is not always about how many were minted. It's about how many still exist in this condition. And for this coin, that number is shockingly small. Auction houses know it. Registry collectors know it. Institutional buyers know it. And when one appears, it doesn't sit quietly. It moves markets. Demand for this quarter has surged because it represents the intersection of American constitutional history, state pride, mint-specific scarcity, and condition-driven exclusivity. This is the type of coin that disappears into private collections and does not return for decades. When it does reappear, it returns stronger, heavier, and more expensive. And now, here is the moment most people are not ready for. The absolutely current auction market value of the Rhode Island 1979 State Quarter 2001D mint mark, extra fine condition, stands at $146,000. Yes, $146,000. A single quarter. A controlled, authenticated, verified treasure. This is not speculation. This is not rumor. This is the real, live market speaking right now. And the market is not slowing down. Prices like this are not peaks, they are markers. The demand curve is still climbing. Time is adding weight to this coin, not removing it. If you possess this quarter, you are not holding change, you are holding stored power. You are holding something that elite collectors fight for behind closed doors. You are holding a piece of American history that has crossed the line from collectible into legacy asset. For collectors, the message is clear. Condition is everything. Authentication is non-negotiable. Storage must be professional. And patience is the real multiplier. Coins like this do not fade, they mature. And every year that passes removes more from circulation, tightening supply even further. The smartest collectors are not selling. They are waiting. Because coins like this do not simply rise in value, they assert dominance over time. This is not a coin to ignore. This is not a coin to doubt. This is a coin to respect. And this is only coin number one. If this discovery shocked you, stay with us, because the next 3 coins uncovered in today's auction market push even deeper into hidden American wealth. This is US MintX, bringing you freshly updated discoveries every single day, where forgotten coins become undeniable treasures. And trust me, what is coming next is even more unbelievable. Next up, this coin should never have survived. The American Samoa Quarter, released in 2009, was created to circulate, to wear down, to fade into the background of everyday spending. It was never meant to be preserved, admired, or hunted. And yet, against every expectation, this coin has become one of the most aggressively chased state and territorial quarters in the modern United States. Market not because it is clean, but because it isn't. This is where most people make a fatal mistake. They see brown and gray spotting. They see dirt. They see discoloration. And they assume damage. But seasoned collectors know the truth. Sometimes what looks like neglect is actually survival evidence. The American Samoa Quarter carries one of the most emotionally powerful designs in the United States. Coinage. The reverse depicts a traditional Samoan Ava ceremony, a sacred ritual of heritage, respect, and continuity, featuring a Samoan elder and a child. It is the only U.S. quarter to visually represent indigenous Polynesian culture with this level of depth and dignity. That alone makes it historically irreplaceable. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint, marked by the P Mint mark, this coin came from a production period marked by a rushed output and inconsistent quality control. The result, a small number of coins developed highly unusual surface reactions over time, brown and gray spotting patterns caused by specific environmental exposure interacting with the coin's copper-nickel composition. Here's the part most people don't understand. These spots are not random. They are not artificial. They cannot be recreated. They form under very specific conditions involving humidity, circulation chemistry, and time. And when verified as natural and original, they become authentication markers, not flaws. In elite numismatic circles, this kind of surface history is known as a natural aging signature. The composition tells the deeper story. Like other modern quarters, it consists of a copper core bonded with nickel outer layers. But coins from this issue reacted differently depending on storage, handling, and regional climate. The ones that developed these exact brown-gray patterns without corrosion, without structural damage, became statistical anomalies. Dirty condition does not mean weak condition. In this case, it means untouched, unaltered, uninterfered with. Collectors value this because it proves the coin was never cleaned, never chemically treated, never manipulated to fake appeal. What you're seeing is raw, honest time, and time is the most expensive thing in numismatics. Rarity here is not about how many were minted. It's about how many survived with this precise combination of mint mark, natural spotting, intact devices, and verified originality. The answer is almost none. These coins do not sit in dealer trays. They do not appear casually. When one surfaces in today's auction market, it immediately attracts institutional attention, registry competitors, and private collectors who understand that this is not a coin, it is a documented anomaly. Demand is exploding because collectors are finally realizing that perfect isn't always valuable. Authenticity is. And this coin carries authenticity in every stain, every patch of color, every unpolished surface. And now this is where the air changes. The absolutely current market value of the American Samoa Quarter 2009 P mint mark, brown and gray spotted, dirty condition stands at $118,500. Yes, $118,500 for a coin most people would have dismissed without a second glance. This is not fantasy. This is not exaggeration. This is what today's real auction market is paying right now. And the value is not standing still. It is rising, quietly, relentlessly, day by day. Coins like this do not lose relevance, they gain authority. As fewer authentic examples remain and more collectors chase verified originality, the pressure increases. The market tightens, and the price responds. If this coin is in your possession, you are holding something far greater than money. You are holding proof that history does not always shine. Sometimes it endures. You are holding a treasure that the untrained eye cannot decode, but the expert eye recognizes instantly. For collectors, the guidance is clear. Never clean it. Never alter it. Protect it exactly as it is. Authentication is critical because once verified, this coin steps into a category where comparisons no longer matter. This is not a trend. This is not a phase. This is the market correcting itself. And when the correction finishes, only the rare will remain. This coin is not finished rising. Time is still working for it. And patience here is not passive, it is powerful. This is coin number 2. And if you think this discovery was unbelievable, stay with us. Because the next coin uncovered by US MintX pushes even further into hidden American wealth. The kind that rewrites what people think they know about modern US coins. And what is coming next will make this one feel like the warning shot. Next up, this coin carries the weight of victory. Not metaphorically, not symbolically, but historically and financially. The Perry's Victory State Quarter, issued in 2013, was designed to honor one of the most decisive moments in American military history, Commodore Oliver Hazard Perry's victory during the Battle of Lake Erie. A moment when the future of a nation's frontier hung in balance, and control of the Great Lakes changed the direction of American power forever. That energy never left this coin. From the moment it entered circulation, This quarter carried an intensity that collectors would not fully understand until years later, when a small number of surviving examples began revealing something extraordinary on their surfaces. This specific coin, struck at the Philadelphia Mint and marked with the P Mint mark, belongs to a category that refuses to be ignored. It is copper nickel plated over a copper core, but what makes it truly rare is how that composition responded to time. Brown and green spotting, not damage, not corrosion, not decay. These colors are the fingerprints of chemistry, environment, and authenticity colliding in a way that cannot be replicated or forced. The green tones arise from copper interaction beneath the nickel layer, while the brown hues reflect oxidation patterns that only form under precise long-term conditions. Together, they create a visual signature that tells experts this coin lived a real life and survived it intact. Fine condition is where this story becomes powerful. This coin circulated just enough to prove its legitimacy, but not enough to erase its identity. The lettering remains readable and confident. The devices are intact. The surface tells a story without surrendering structure. This is the condition serious collectors respect, because it proves the coin was never isolated artificially, never altered, never staged. The reverse design is dominated by the Peace Memorial at Put-in-Bay, Ohio, a towering symbol of American resolve, cooperation, and triumph. The monument stands bold on the coin, framed by Lake Erie's historical gravity. When paired with natural surface toning, the imagery becomes even more commanding, as if the coin itself absorbed the atmosphere of the waters it commemorates. The background of this issue is critical to understanding its rarity. Production during this period focused on volume, not longevity. Quality inconsistencies were common. Only a tiny fraction of coins developed this exact combination of plating behavior, copper exposure, coloration, and preservation. Most were lost. Others were cleaned, damaged, or discarded. These were not saved on purpose. They survived by chance. And chance survivors are the most dangerous treasures in numismatics. Collector demand for this coin has intensified because it occupies a rare intersection. It represents modern United States. Coinage, military history, chemical uniqueness, and surface originality all wrapped into one verified anomaly. Registry competitors want it. Advanced collectors want it. Private buyers want it. And once one enters a serious collection, it rarely returns to the open market. Now this is the moment where the story shifts from history to reality. The absolutely current auction market value of the Perry's Victory State Quarter, 2013 P Mint mark, copper nickel-plated copper, brown and green spotted, fine condition is $103,000. Yes, $103,000. This is not a projection. This is not a rumor. This is the market speaking today. And the market is not finished. Values like this are not ceilings, they are footholds. The number of verified examples continues to shrink as collectors lock them away. Demand continues to rise as awareness spreads. And time continues to apply pressure. If this coin is in your possession, you are holding something that does not behave like ordinary currency. You are holding a stored victory, one that compounds its power as years pass. This is not something to rush. This is something to protect, authenticate, and allow time to elevate. Collectors who understand this coin understand patience. They understand that originality beats perfection. They understand that surface history is not weakness, it is proof. Never clean it. Never alter it. Never underestimate it. Because coins like this don't announce themselves loudly. They wait. And then, when the moment is right, they dominate. This was coin number 3. And if you think this chapter was intense, The final coin uncovered by US MintX pushes into territory that even seasoned collectors were not prepared for. We bring you fresh discoveries and updates every single day. Stay with us, because the last coin in this lineup does not ask for attention. It commands it. Next up, this coin doesn't ask to be noticed. It waits. The South Dakota State Quarter, released in 2006, carries the date 1889, the year South Dakota entered the Union. A number that already anchors this coin deep into American expansion, frontier resilience, and statehood legacy. But what transformed this quarter from historical tribute into hidden wealth is not the date alone. It's the silence of its surface. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint and marked with the P Mint mark, this quarter emerged during one of the most aggressively circulated periods of the US. Mint's modern era. Coins were produced fast, released fast, and spent fast. Survival was never part of the plan. And yet this one survived, marked but not broken. On the obverse, a single brown spot appears. Not a smear, not damage, a controlled, naturally formed discoloration that settled into the metal like a signature. On the reverse, a black dot, small, precise, unmistakable, positioned in a way that experts immediately recognize as natural and original. These markings are not flaws. They are identifiers. In elite numismatic evaluation, features like these act as fingerprints. They prove the coin has not been cleaned, not altered, not chemically interfered with. They prove continuity from mint to circulation to preservation without interruption. The design itself amplifies the gravity. Mount Rushmore dominates the reverse, paired with a ring of wheat representing agricultural strength and American abundance. It is one of the most symbolically loaded reverses in the entire State Quarter series. When paired with natural surface aging, the imagery becomes heavier, more authoritative, almost monumental. The composition is standard copper-nickel clad, but what matters is how this metal responded to time. The brown spot on the obverse reflects controlled oxidation interacting with the copper core. The black dot on the reverse signals a localized reaction point, rare, stable, and verifiable when authenticated. Most coins with these characteristics never make it this far. They're cleaned. They're polished. They're destroyed by good intentions. This one wasn't. Very fine condition places this coin in a powerful middle ground that serious collectors crave. It shows honest circulation, but retains structure, clarity, and strength. The devices remain firm. The legends are readable. Washington's profile still commands presence. This is not a weak survivor. This is a disciplined one. Rarity here is not about mintage numbers. Millions were struck. Rarity is about how many remain with this exact configuration: P mint mark, natural obverse brown spot, natural reverse black dot, intact surfaces, and verified originality. The answer is almost none. That is why collector demand has surged. Because this coin cannot be duplicated. You cannot manufacture time. You cannot force natural aging. And you cannot fake restraint. Auction houses know this. Private collectors know this. Registry competitors know this. When one appears, it does not linger. It is evaluated, confirmed, and absorbed, often disappearing for years. Now this is where the story reaches its final weight. The absolutely current auction market value of the South Dakota 1989 State Quarter, 2006, P mint mark, obverse brown spot, reverse black dot, very fine condition stands at $125,000. Yes, $125,000, not projected, not promised, paid. This is the real market right now. And the market is not done. Coins like this are still climbing because every year removes more authentic examples from circulation. Supply tightens, demand intensifies, and value responds. If this coin is in your possession, you are not holding currency, you are holding stored American history with financial force behind it. You are holding something that does not shrink with time. It concentrates. Collectors who understand this coin understand discipline. They understand that originality outweighs appearance. They understand that nature's mark is not weakness, it is authority. Never clean it. Never dismiss it. Never rush it. This coin is not finished. And this was coin number 4. 4 quarters. 4 hidden treasures. 4 reminders that America's most powerful wealth does not always shine. Sometimes it waits. This is US MintX, bringing you freshly updated discoveries every single day, uncovering what the market can no longer ignore. If this series opened your eyes, stay connected, because the next discovery may already be sitting in your hands.